Not to her, sir.
She chastises Scotty quite often.
Not Scotty.
What's up, everybody?
You really want to talk about she had a funny head. I was like, well, maybe.
No, that's not what I said.
That is exactly what you're fucking
It's
saying.
all kinds of crazy now.
It's on live, so it doesn't matter. We go back and check.
I edit videos for a living.
Whatever, it's live.
Do you really
right
want to
now,
have
dog.
this argument? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, we can have this argument.
But I still edit videos for a
That's
living.
good for you.
Good for you.
You can't edit my sounds over here.
You can't edit. What you recording? Show me your recording, little fuck.
I gotta show you shit.
You're right. Actually, the state of Colorado, the recording law states that as long as one party is privy to the fact that there's a recording being done, then you're good.
Bitch, we in a recording studio recording.
I'm pretty sure I'm one of the
recording.
That's the problem. I'm one of the parties that's pretty sure we're being recorded. All right, here we go. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2. Good evening, America.
What it do, what it don't.
That's right. It's blunt
Football.
talk, and that's pro football done.
Unprofessional.
As a motherfucker, sir. As a motherfucker, you motherfuckers. So, listen here. We're live.
Oh, it's beautiful this time of year. Don't you think?
Yep. If you didn't know this, sometimes we like to go live on the Wake and Bake YouTube page. So make sure you follow Wake-and-Bake America Show on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're going to want to do that. Follow us on YouTube. Fun stuff on there. There's all kinds of our antics, all our shows, even some of our video games. Sometimes I just be uploading stupid shit. I got all kinds of shit to upload. I've been just like holding back.
Very horrible gameplay.
Oh, actually, I got one with me winning.
Call of Duty.
Final kill.
Just one.
Just one though.
You guys have to put
Scotty puts up one a day. I have just one.
Scotty puts up multiple per day. Let's be real.
I don't.
Only gets one per day.
I don't follow him.
multiple
I don't follow him on.
games.
I don't follow him on Facebook, so I'm not sure.
It's on Instagram. Most of the ones he shares, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't follow on Instagram. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm playing. I kid. You know what I'm saying? To fuck with him, Scotty. Don't listen to this stupid games. Please don't.
What up, Jack?
Jacques, mon chéri, papa.
As he says, tighten up is what he says. So.
Yeah, he's a tight.
He's got to be loving.
Yeah. Why do I sound so far away?
Tigers.
Oh, that's way better. There we go. I sound so far away. What the fuck is going on here?
You were sucking dick over there.
Whoa. You know,
not bad.
I think he be low key telling on himself around here.
No.
Yeah.
We got the text and stuff.
He's
so
like Kermit the deep throater here. All right, here we go. So,
you got a gag reflex.
No, I really do, bro. I can't even brush my teeth.
No,
It
dude,
sucks.
they say to suppress that you're supposed to put your left thumb in your hand and squeeze in your palm and squeeze it.
You would know. You would know.
It's what they say.
Right now, you're saying it, so I'm guessing you would know. Anyway, moving on. All right, you know what? Screw you, little bastard. It's time for Blunt Football Talk. It's brought to you by Vital. When it comes to cannabis, when it comes to the cannabis you choose, rather, it's vital that you choose the right kind of cannabis. So you choose Vital Cannabis. That's Vital Cannabis on the northeast corner of Jetwing and Fountain. Check out Vital Cannabis on Weed Maps and get the daily deals. When it comes to your cannabis, it's vital that you choose Vital Cannabis in Colorado Springs. Boom.
Baby.
So we got to get into the first part of the show right now. It's time to recap week 6. What happened? It's breakdown time from week 6. So let's break down week 6. What do you got for week 6 this week?
Well, let's start with the Thursday game. The Washington Commanders roll into Chicago and the Bears. And
Bears
win the game 12-7. What is up with these low-scoring games? Have you been noticing that? Is it good defense or bad football? Let's be real.
Both. I'm going to vote for both today.
Okay. All right. So the next thing we have is the 49ers going into Atlanta and losing 28-14.
And, Atlanta didn't just get a win, but they got a win in the early 90s red Atlanta helmets that was so tight.
It was a
late 80s, the late 80s.
Early 90s. That was fucking
man,
Deion was
I think when they went onto the black on black helmets was when Deion was in. They went to the black on black helmets like 2 years later or something like that.
Either way, I do remember Deion with that red helmet. That's all I'm saying. All right, so next.
I remember Dan Reeves coaching when they had them red helmet.
Wait, when they had them red helmets, I thought Dan Reeves was the head coach of the Broncos.
No. That's not what I mean though. I'm just saying but Dan Reeves was a coach.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, Reese is also a coach.
New England strolls into Cleveland and whoops that ass, 38-15. The Jets rolling the Lambeau.
Johnny gets his ice cream.
Damn thing.
You know, just keep winning, guys. I love telling everybody that Johnny's going to get his ice cream this week. If it makes me feel good inside. Some kids get his ice cream because of a bet with his dad and Sauce Gardner during training camp. And Sauce Gardner made him a deal that he was going to get a lot of ice cream, and that man has held up to his end of the bargain.
Did you see the cheesehead thing?
Yes.
Okay. Originally, ESPN posted a different angle of that where it was up close. Like his face with the thing on, he was walking around with it, and you could see the stuff. But then they had it later because apparently whoever took that didn't want it posted. If I'm not mistaken, because all the
they were so mad about the win.
Why would you delete that? Because that was gold when I saw that.
They were so mad about the win because they're a Packers fan that they made him delete the phone. Like, don't use my shit. You petty. You are petty, America. I love you.
But I also love that this game opened up people's eyes in two ways. One, the Packers ain't what they used to be.
The Packers.
And
the Packers.
And two, the mean green seems to be rolling and back
Bro,
to the old days.
Can I just tell you that the Jets have put together a legitimate defense, and all you're going to need is Zach Wilson to play at like a 3, 4, 5, 6 spot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th spot in the MVP rankings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could go somewhere with this team.
Oh,
that defense is legit.
I've been watching them since I watched the
if you're
Browns,
in that NFC
Jets game
or AFC North out there, I'm telling you, better or AFC East. I mean, you better watch out because there's a lot going on over there.
All right, so next game we got Jaguars rolling in.
Oh, by the way, hold on. Can I just tell you that I told you that I was taking the Jets because I really felt like Green Bay's defense was suspect and Aaron hadn't been playing that great. And look at what I said, and the Jets are playing that great. And
yeah, I said that.
You know, people were saying
ain't nothing to sneeze at. I've been watching stuff. Yeah, you think that now until they put your face in that dirt.
Word.
God damn, that defense is nasty. Oh, anyway, so the Jets rolling to Indianapolis, and the Colts hand the second-year rookie another loss.
Okay, I'm with it.
It wasn't. I mean, that's a pretty close game. It sounds closer than it probably was. I don't know. I didn't watch that game. The Vikings roll into the 305 and score Viking 24-16.
Yeah, so look, I'm going to tell you right now, the Colts were going to win this game anyway against the Jaguars, real quick to go back to that one. And I'm going to tell you why. But I'm going to tell you why they didn't. Because Matt Ryan threw a tutty right at the end to win it anyway. But I'm just telling you that the Colts really had this game in the bag right there at the end. And the Jaguars go from being a prize favorite to falling to 2-4. Very quickly have the Jags fell down.
Well, I think it's more of a defensive standpoint.
And hold on, don't speak now, but aren't the Colts in first place? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't know it with the way they played at first, though. And even with the way they played in that game, shit.
Look at the division there, and that's all I'm saying.
I mean, dude, in that division, the Cardinals are going to the playoffs. In our division,
the Bengals,
we'll get to that later.
The Bengals roll into Nolans and do the damn thing barely, but don't get it twisted. Nolans threw everything at these boys.
You know, honestly, New
Orleans
Orleans had a chance to win this one too.
They did. Did you see Jamar Chase come out in his LSU jersey?
No, it was
Burrow.
It was Burrow came out in Jamar Chase's jersey, and then Jamar came out in his LSU sweats. Like, we own this building, dude.
Well, they fucking do, dog.
And then they did again. I mean, they did again. So, let's excuse me.
I love how he spelled his name just for that national championship game. He spelled it more of the Creole way, or the French, I guess would do it, the way it was spelled. Burrow. It wasn't Burrow, but it was Burrow.
Burrow. They probably just fucked it. They probably just fucked up his jersey. That's all.
No, he said that's how he wanted it. All right, next up. So, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens roll into New York and get owned 24-20, which, by the way, was another game that nobody thought. Who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought the Giants are 5-1?
I did. I picked the Giants. This is one I got right.
Too, but I'm just saying. I mean, at the start of the year, who had
I got
the
like
Giants?
3 games right this week. This was actually one of them.
At the start of the year, who had the Giants in second place?
Oh, nobody.
No, that's my point.
I had them last, actually, if you want me to be honest. But anyway, there's always that one dark horse that comes out of nowhere every season. We know it. Facts. Lamar Jackson, by the way, is why the Ravens lost this game. The Giants' D is for real, and the Ravens found that out very quickly.
Thibodeau, dude.
And if I'm not mistaken,
difference maker from when he wasn't there to when he came back, you can see the difference.
3 straight blown leads by the Ravens.
Double digit by halftime that they've blown. No, actually, in all 6 games, they've had the lead by double digits, and in 50% of those, they've lost. Yeah.
So, which means Lamar lost.
Yeah. No, they lost to Miami. It was not Lamar's fault. That was defense. Another one, too, I can remember, was defense. This one definitely was.
Last week was defense.
Yeah.
Lamar actually got them the lead in the last game, and they blew it again.
Yes. All right, so next we're going to go to a game that nobody saw this coming.
I did. No, I'm sorry. I actually picked the Bucs in this game.
No, the Bucs.
But had I known that Tom Brady had went to a party, I might have actually picked y'all.
That ain't got shit to do with that.
We're going to get into that later.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because it might.
20-18 Steelers. What? Mitchell Trubisky comes in and leads the game-winning drive.
By the way, Kenny Pickett wasn't doing so bad to begin with, just so y'all know. Yeah, Bucs defense, where are they when you need them now? Because they were there at the beginning of the season. Tom not in rhythm, Bucs 3-3, 6 games in. I don't think anybody saw that. Maybe 4-2, but not 3-3.
Yeah, they should have won this game handily. But you did watching these past 6 games, I'm just like, what the actual fuck?
How about the real question? How the fuck did you guys lose to the Steelers when they were missing 3 of their 4 starters in the secondary? I mean, you can't lose that game. And yet here we are, actually. I mean,
when you allow a 45-year-old man to get hit quickly. If you want to hear some interesting stats.
Breaking news. 4 of the Steelers are now wanted in Tampa for assault on the elderly.
His QRB without being pressured is 70. While pressured, it's 5.
Well,
you heard that right. 5. Single digit. Roman numeral V. Yeah. All right, next game. Carolina rolls into Hollywood and gets owned. Well, side note of this game, Trey, I think you have something you might want to add.
No, okay, it's actually the later.
Okay, yeah, cool. Anything you want to say about this game? Or was it that lackluster?
It's going to get worse for Carolina before it gets better, and I think that they're trying to sell off the farm in order to pull. They're trying to corral up some draft picks and maybe draft well because of that and draft often. So I think that there's no salvaging of this season. I think that they're bought in to a option to get maybe a better rebuild the entire franchise.
Wouldn't it be better if they did like a lottery for the top
kind of situation
pick instead of like the worst? Actually, I guess that is actually the best play, but it sucks for the best player from college to get to the worst team in the NFL.
Well, that's why, honestly, that's why NFL teams don't have as much problems with, newer teams making the playoffs like you see in the NBA. Is because there's not a lottery. You know what I mean? And I think, and the reason why teams draft well in baseball but don't end up with a well team is I believe is purely based on the fact that they have a triple double minor league.
That's also analytics and shit. It's fucking retarded.
Your face is analytics too. I mean, all right, what's next?
Yeah, mama.
Fuck the Rams. Moving on.
So the Cardinals flew into the Sea Chickens and got their asses ate.
I wish I could tell you. No, that's not actually what happened.
That's not what happened, but it was 19-9.
But what I will tell you is that. Well, what I'll tell you is that there's a whole segment to break down what the problem is in Arizona. So, right along with Denver. So I'll save that for later and just tell you that I'm sorely disappointed in the offense, and I don't believe that DeAndre Hopkins or Robbie Anderson, which we'll talk about later, is even the answer for the problem. Fact.
And now for the game that everybody in America was fucking watching. The Bills versus Chiefs.
I expected a little more on the scoring side of this game, but as far as like it being a 4-point game, not surprised the least bit.
Great game.
Last year during the playoffs, they went into overtime. I mean, no surprise here that this is a 4.1 score game. Could have easily, went the other way. Could have easily went overtime, but it didn't. And that's why we have power rankings, and that's why we have MVP lists to show you why it didn't. Hey. Next game.
Then we go to the Sunday night game. Rush ain't perfect no mo, but the Eagles still are.
I just want to know if Cowboys fans still want to replace Dak Prescott with Cooper Rush. How about that Cooper Rush? How about them Cooper Rushes? You still want to replace your $160 million quarterback with Cooper Rush?
Is, with everything in play, we get him back next week or whenever I can play again. Oh, it's all gonna be beautiful from here on out. What's gonna happen when it just continues to fucking fall apart?
Honestly, we've discussed this so much that at this point, I am no longer able to just sit back idly and keep my mouth shut. Okay, yeah, I am, but I'm not willing to. Fair enough. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that when I think about this team, and I'm constantly asking myself, is this team's problem Jerry Jones, the owner? Is this team's problem, Podcast P? Is this team's problem Stephen A. Smith's hate? I mean, who knows? But what this team's problem is, it's probably not you two. It's probably not two bald brown guys. It's definitely probably an old rich dude. Not a moderately rich dude or this broke motherfucker next to me. So we know who the moderately rich dude is. It's not him. It's Stephen A. Smith. It's definitely Stephen A. Smith. It's definitely not him.
And now for the Monday night game that went into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the Broncos versus the Chargers, and it was a thrilling score of 19-16. What the fuck is that?
Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was so excited that this went into overtime because before this went into overtime, I was losing my fantasy game by literally less than a point. And then in overtime, Eckler took losses, and he's my running back. So, the yardage went up a little bit that I needed. But then, right at the end, Justin Herbert throws a 7-yard pass and gets me the few points, the 0.3 points I think I needed to win.
Because it's a quarter a yard for a point.
For a quarter.
Yeah, which I fucking hate. But I understand. All right, so yeah,
that's why running backs are so valuable in this league, though.
Facts. And you get a good one.
Oh, or your good one gets hurt, and then someone gets your handcuff because you won that week, so you're last on the low man of the totem pole. Mm-hmm. And now I won again this week on that overtime comeback. I told my son, I said, your Chargers got to win in overtime, and so did my fantasy team. And I was like, is that going into the end of regulation? I actually was losing the game by less than a point. It was great. It was exhilarating right there at the end. It really was.
Thank God. Thank God for overtime in some cases. Especially apparently for fantasy football. I've won one game
this year.
Yep.
So you're as bad as last year. Cool. You didn't make the playoffs. You made the playoffs first year, I think.
Yeah. And the first time we played, I actually did beat you. Thank you. But then you said never again.
And so, it's never been again. I mean, I've been a man of my word. Yes. Of course, you haven't met me in the playoffs because I think the last time you met me in the playoffs, I did get you because you beat me in the regular season, and then I was like, never again.
No, I lost to the eventual 2-time winner, Santos.
Did I get you the second year?
Not in the playoffs.
Well, I know I've been getting you either way. Are we in the same division?
Not anymore. Actually, we are, but we don't play as much because it was the first game we would play.
Yeah, now I play Jacques the first game. And because we split, it'll probably get. Oh, you know what it is? It rotates it as people come and go. It resets the scheduling.
Okay.
So I won't play you like 2 times again for a while because it was Jacques this year.
We will play. Oh yeah, we will. 17.
It's basically like we're in the same conference but different divisions. So we still play each other once a year, but we definitely don't play each other twice a year anymore.
Yeah.
Let's go to on the Broncos Chargers. I'm going to say this though. I don't think people understand how good the Broncos defense is, and it's almost a disservice at how badly the Broncos offense is playing. But again, to my 2 teams that I'll be breaking down this week, I'm going to save that for later in the show because I will be going into Russell Wilson's, the Broncos and the Cardinals offensive Wilson, kind of what the real problem I see there, and we'll break down that take later. First, though, my friend, we got to get to a break, and this break is powered by.
Everyone loves creativity, good food, hard work, and that's why everybody loves Sam's Creations.
Word.
Sam's Creations is award-winning cannabis food creations.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta try this shit. It's fucking delicious.
Delicioso. Amigo.
So find Sam's Creations on Facebook and Instagram, or place your order today at new number here, y'all. 719-283-1701. That. I hope you guys got this. 719.
Episode with the old number. That's on you.
That's on you. 719-283-1701. Hit your girl up for some good goods.
Yay. Guess you should have been listening to the show today, huh?
Facts, brah.
What? When we get back, of course, we're going to be breaking down. I guess, we'll have to split the news. So to stay objective, we're going to switch each other's team coverage because the news is actually our two teams in the news. So we're going to flip that bitch. And I'm going to cover the Bucs and you're going to cover the Cardinals on that.
Cool.
And then, you actually have the easier story because mine's more like we can just bag on somebody and talk a little shit. You probably won't though.
I don't care. I was like, I don't give a fuck about your wedding.
In a 2-minute drill, I do. I'll tell you why though. In a 2-minute drill, felt Arizona and a mini felt, Arizona and Denver problems. We're going to discuss that. But before we can do any of that, right when we get back, it's everybody's favorite time. Pause for the cause. Where Podcast P tries to find something good for you, and boy, oh boy, did we find the dirt, or did we, or didn't we?
Somebody spill the tea? I don't know.
Maybe some tea went in the harbor. You never know.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
So maybe they like milk in their tea. Who knows?
I mean, seriously, who doesn't like milk in their tea? Me, I actually don't.
What?
Get
the fuck out of here, dog. I don't like milk in my coffee, bro.
Fucking lactose intolerant, bitch.
X.
I was like, you fucking lactose intolerant little bitch.
I drink creamer, but not milk. Milk doesn't taste right at coffee to me. That totally ruins the flavor, which is weird because I use flavored fucking creamer. But it doesn't take away from the flavor of the coffee.
I couldn't reach my fucking chapstick in my pocket. My lips are so dry, I kept licking them.
That makes them drier.
My drink was across the studio, so I couldn't fucking reach it or get to it until we went to a break. So I'm over here.
I've learned licking your lips makes it drier.
It does, though. Honestly, bro, it really does. So that's the recap, son. You too. We love you, Josh. Be out, man. Bye. Bye, you too. Bye-bye.